funky rhythm. One more time for the DJ. Gotta give him. Let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a ride.
Hey everyone, it's James again, and today I've got a pretty awesome mod to show you guys. So one of the mods that is very heavily requested in the Shenmue community, from what I can tell, is the ability to walk down what we call Wish Road. Now, what this is in Shenmue 1, the motorcycle scene, where you take Naoki's bike and you drive to the harbor, that road actually exists as a level in the game, and there are ways to access that road to be able to just walk down it. And this is that mod, so this is Wish Road. Now, just to give a little history of this mod means a lot to me. This mod was originally performed by Lon DC, Matthew Kilpatrick, way back in the day on Shenmue Dojo. It's actually the mod that got me interested in modding Shenmue myself. So to be able to, you know, see this mod in action again is a very awesome, surreal kind of thing for me. Credit for this specific mod goes to Wood. Wood had modded the map files for me because I really don't have time to work on this kind of stuff anymore. I compiled the CDI file that's burnt to this disk here to be able to play. So I'm going to go ahead and boot this up and I'll show you guys the Wish Road. And a little bit of trivia, Wish Road, that name kind of comes from the song that's played when you rescue Nozomi in Shenmue 1. The name of the song is actually called Wish. So Wish Road, very fitting. So let me go ahead and boot my Dreamcast here. And sorry that I kind of have to film the screen. I would rather just capture footage, but unfortunately in my current setup that is not possible. Alright, so first things first, this is running on the Shenmue beta, which means we have to pull the memory card out. So let me do that. Alright. And for debugging purposes, we have a controller in port 4, which is something I'll show you in a second why that's necessary. Alright, so I added the self-boot code to this disk, so it should just boot, and there we go. And I'll put a link to the release post for this as well so you can check it out too. Actually, it's not produced or under license. Oh yeah, and big credit to I believe it's Shendream that released the ISO to the public. Shendream and Phoenix that released the beta version Shenmue as a playable CDI file that I pretty much added all this stuff to, so it's easier to load the map. Alright, so let's load up the debug menu. So for the Wish Road, we're going to do no continue, scene 01 for disk 1, area is going to be D000. And I'm going to set the entry point to 2. And we're going to load the map file. Now, you're going to notice it's going to be Dobuita. And you're going to see kind of characters ghosting in and out. This is because the map itself is replacing Dobuita. So the game itself is loading everything else for Dobuita except for the map. Which I'll show you in a second. Alright, so we're kind of in a white space right now, but that's normal. So we're going to turn around, and we're going to run this way. And eventually we're going to hit Wish Road. And hopefully I don't trigger any cutscenes or anything, because I actually do have the Dobuita files loaded. So here we are. This is Wish Road. So this is the road that you would normally drive the motorcycle down. And you're going to see people floating and stuff. So actually there's Naoki's motorcycle, which is pretty funny. So yeah. Now we just walk straight for a while. Me and Norris walked down the road. all the way to the harbor. And it does take a while. It took us I think like 15 minutes. And where this ends is, I'm not going to run down the whole thing. And there's a really good video of this on the internet. I'll put a link to that in the description if I can find it. That LonDC made of his version of the mod. Which is really, really awesome. He did a really good job showing the surrounding area. So, yeah, that's really about it. So you just walk down the entire road. Where the road ends is, if you're familiar with the path you drive in when you're on the motorcycle, when you get out of the tunnel, and the road winds to the right, winds to the left, or vice versa, and you see that giant like water tower that looks like a big sphere, that's where this ends. Because at that point, I believe the game engine loads extra map data, and since those cutscenes never get triggered because we have Doblita's map information running on Wish Road, it never gets that trigger action, so it doesn't load those extra map files. Somehow LonDC got past that, I believe, because I remember in his video he got all the way to the harbor, unless I'm mistaken. But yeah. So anyway, guys, that's really it. That's Wish Road. It's pretty awesome because you're not really supposed to be able to walk down this. One thing you will notice is that, first off, you can't zoom in, but if you look, you'll see where the draw distance ends. That's normal. And yeah, you might be able to kind of fix that with an emulator, hacking the distance that, I'm sorry, the draw distance to make it further. But yeah, so that's really about it. So I'll put a link in the description to LonDC's video showing more. Hey guys, the last part of the video kind of got messed up. I think the memory card might be bad in the camera I was using, so the last part of the video was all garbled and the audio wasn't clear. So I'm just going to end it here, and thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice day.